class, we are going to see programs related to JavaScript. Now, the programs which we are doing over here, they might be asked in your 5-mark question. A similar type of question will be asked in your 5-mark question for programs. In 5 marks question, generally one question is related to JavaScript, and that is always event-driven program. Event-driven means you must have a function and you must have a button on which you will click and it will call the function. That is what we mean by event-driven. So here we have even numbers from 50 to 100. This is a program where we are going to print even numbers from 50 to 100. So let's start. First statement, doc-type HTML, HTML, head, title, script language is equals to JavaScript, function. Now here, if you have noticed that script tag is used inside the head section. It is not mandatory to use it inside the head section, but generally, whenever we are using functions, at that time, script is used in head section. Okay. So for creating a function, we write keyword function, space, name of the function. Name of the function here is numbers. And then your parentheses, which are nothing but the function brackets. This is opening of the function, curly brackets, opening of function. Document.write, numbers, even numbers from 50 to 100. Okay, so this is just a statement which is going to be printed on the screen when the function executes. Then we start with the for I equal to 50. Now, since we have to start numbers from 50, the initializing statement will be I equal to 50. Then a semicolon, mandatory. Next will be the condition. In the condition part, we are going to write I is less than equal to 100. That means we are giving the last value that we want to print. Okay. Then again a semicolon which is mandatory. Then over here, I equal to I plus 2. We are incrementing the value of value of I by 2 because we want even numbers. Even numbers are always incremented by 2. So that is the reason I equal to I plus 2. Okay. After that, the round brackets are closed. Note that we do not have a semicolon over here. Okay. After the for loop, that means after the round brackets of for, we do not put a semicolon. Then curly brackets. Curly brackets are opening of for. In that we have written one statement, document.write I plus, and this is the space. This space is printed so that the numbers will be separated. Okay. Semicolon, this is closing of for, this is closing of the function. Okay. So this is the main logic, the main part that we are going to use for printing numbers from 50 to 100. Okay. Now coming over here, closing head section and starting the body section. In the body section, we have written one h1, which is just a heading. Then we have created a form. Form name equal to F1, input type button equal to value, click to print, and then after that we have one event on click equal to numbers. So the function is called over here. When you are going to click on this button, a function will be called numbers. So on clicking, this function will be called. When this function will be called, these statements will be executed at that time. Okay. Remember the structure. This same structure we'll be using for our programs. Only what is going to change is the logic that we are going to use, because every time we may require to do different things. Okay. And in your exams, generally we get questions related to event-driven program. Okay. So I'll save this and this is opened in a browser. Let's press F5 here. This is the form, and because of the form we can see the button. When we click over here, even numbers from 50 to 100. Okay. So when we click, the function is called and the statements are executed and we get the result. Okay. So this is a very simple example. Over here, you can get different type of questions. You might get odd numbers. If it is odd numbers from say 50 to 100, then you have to use 51 to 100. Okay. And if it is saying that you have to print numbers from 25 to 100, so you will use 25. So you just have to see what is the starting and ending. If it says numbers from 100 to 200, so the starting will be 100. The ending part, that is the condition which you are specifying, will be 200, and I equal to I plus 1, because we want to print all the numbers. So read the question carefully. Whatever is asked, according to that, initialize, condition and increment decrement statements must be changed. Okay. So I hope this is clear with you all. Coming to the next program. The next program is printing numbers from 20 to 1. Okay. So we are printing numbers in reverse order from 20 to 1. Okay. Let's start. Document doc type HTML, HTML head, title, script language is equals to JavaScript, function numbers, document.write, numbers 20 to 1, then BR for an enter, for R equal to 20 and semicolon. Now since we have to print numbers in reverse order, so the starting is going to be 20. Next, I should be greater than equal to 1. Okay, so the stopping point is 1 and also the condition is reversed over here. Okay, previously we were using less than equal to, now we are using greater than equal to, because we are using a reverse loop. Then I minus minus, which is nothing but I equal to I minus 1. Then opening of for, inside for we have written the same statement, document.write, because we want to print value of I. Then closing of for, closing of function, script closes, head closes, body closes, H1, it's a heading. Okay. Then we have form F1, input type is button, value is click to print, on click numbers. So when we are going to click on the button, it is going to show us, it is going to call the function numbers and guess the result. So I'll press F5. Okay. So this is H1, this is button. When we click on this, we are going to get the result. Now here in the programs, I have used on click event. If in your exam, you are asked on mouse over, on mouse out, on key press, it is only thing that you have to change is name of the event. Rest everything is going to be same. So remember that whatever is the question, you have to change a program little bit according to that. Okay, this is the general structure that you have to follow. Basically, you will be asked questions like this, similar to this, and a little bit changes. I think you all can very well do that. Okay, I hope this again example is clear. Here we are printing numbers in reverse order. So this is a reverse loop. Again, the starting and ending point you have to see. Okay, coming to the third example. In third example, we have to print numbers from 1 to n. Okay, 1 to n. Now this n that we are talking about is unknown. User is going to enter value of n. Whatever value user is entering, we have to print that many numbers. If user is entering 5, then we have to print numbers from 1 to 5. If user is entering 100, then we have to print numbers from 1 to 100. Okay. So here the end value is not known initially, but user is going to enter in the program. Okay. That's doc type HTML, head, title, script language is equals to JavaScript, function numbers. It is similar to the previous one. Opening curly brackets of function, n equal to parseInt from enter value of n. This is the new statement that we have added to the previous one, because now we want user to enter some value. Okay, so that is why we have used prompt to accept the number. ParseInt is used to convert it to an integer. Next statement, document.write numbers from 1 to n. Okay, so this is just going to print on the web page. Then for I equal to 1, since it says from 1 to n, so the starting point is known, which is n. I is less than equal to n. So value of n, whichever value user will enter, will be substituted over here. Then I plus plus, since we want all the numbers, so I plus plus, next, opening bracket of for, closing bracket of for. Inside this we have document.write I, and this is closing of the function. Script closes, head closes, body closes, H1, a heading which is printed over here. Next, form name F1, input type is button, value is click to print, on click numbers. So this is the button with the value. When I click on this, it is going to call the function. Okay, so let's click on this button. When you click, the first thing is n equal to parsing from. You have to enter value of n. I am entering 5 and I press OK. So here it is printing numbers from 1 to 5. Okay, let's one more time execute this. Here I am entering 100 and let's do OK. So numbers starting from 1 till 100 are printed. Okay. After seeing all these examples, I think now you must have understood why loops are used to execute this one statement again and again. If I have to print numbers from 1 to 100, rather than writing the same statement again and again, I can just write the statement once inside the loop and the statement will be executed again and again. Okay, so these are the examples related to your